amount of tax which we got, or advance amount of invoice if I'm getting. So here 12.1 liability will arise at the time of supply for goods. 12.2 talking about forward charges related to your supplier is liable to pay the tax. Reverse may recipient will be liable to pay the tax. We'll consider earlier of the following: date of invoice or date of payment, whichever is first. Again in invoice, if it is issued, okay. If it is not issued, then we will follow section 31 subsection 1, which on the date when it should be supposed to be issued. If it is not issued and the movable goods is going out before their delivery, will be considered as date of invoice. If not, at the time of removal, it will be considered as date of invoice. Then this date and date of payment, whichever is earlier. If the goods is immovable, then date of delivery or date of usage by recipient, whichever is earlier, will be considered as uh, time of supply for goods. Again, for date of payment, we will consider whichever is earlier, either recorded in books or credited in bank's account. Whichever is earlier will be considered as uh, date of payment, and date of invoice or date of payment, whichever is earlier, will be your time of supply. So except advance, you will found the story is whichever is earliest. Whichever is earliest will be considered as time of supply, and it has to be, because uh, government wants to take the tax from you, so they consider whatever you do first, accordingly you pay off and forget it. So that is why they are taking earliest of the following. Okay. If at all the advance is less than 1,000 rupees, if it is more than 1,000, follow this table only. If it is less than 1,000, then supplier is having rights. They may take the invoice or payment, whichever is early. So in that case, supplier is always taking later period, so that due date can be postponed, and accordingly the payment can be made. So based on that, we did few basic questions and you got me the answer. Then we did this question 2, whereby invoice and payment were there. 3, where all the details were there. 4, advance, as you have seen, whether less than 1,000 or more than 1,000. Okay, all type of sums you have seen. Now let us go to question number 6. Question number 6. Each cases will be separate and compute what will be the time of supply. Get me the answer. Get me your answer for time of supply. Messrs X Limited being the manufacturer sold the goods, so it is goods. Wholesaler and issued the invoice for sale on 1st August. Time of supply for goods in each cases following independent cases. So issued the invoice and removal of goods on 16th August. Okay. Mr. Messrs Y Limited collects the good on 10th of August. Made the full payment on 26th of July. So 1st August or 16th August, 1st August or 10th August, 1st August or 26th July. Get me what will be the time of supply for goods. Get me your answer on the chat box, please. Try to understand the moral of the story, earliest of the following. Yes, Prachi, for the first, your answer is right. The answer will be 1st August. Second, third, fourth. Yes, very true. Second and third also. Yes. Thank you, Shreya, for the right answer. And the answer goes like this. Please take down all of you. See, take down all the questions and their answer. Believe me, I am getting the question and collecting the questions for you from different resources. So please take all these things. Questions as well as answers are very important. CS material, CWA material, CA material. I'm getting the questions for you. Keep all the questions in your assignment book as well as their answers in your assignment book. Please. So take down fast, and once it is done, please let me know so that we can proceed for the next question. Completed. Thank you, Prachi. Once I'll get one or two more student will thank you, Manav. Thank you very much. Thank you, Gaurav, Vaibhav, Ashutosh. Thank you. So now next concept is if there is a continuous supply. See, please write down these things in your chart over here. Here, जैसे I have written no excess wala. Here you write down if there is a continuous supply after this, earlier of the following, like this, earlier of the following for continuous supply. What? If it is continuous supply, what is the earlier of the following? Time of each statement or time of each payment? Time of each statement issued or time of each payment received? Once again, if it is continuous supply of goods, then earlier of the following: time of each statement and time of each payment. Honestly speaking, most of the businessmen do follow same. You talk about DMart, you talk about anyone, consistently You talk about your grocery wala, you talk about your medical shop. Regular basis they are getting the goods and regularly they are making the payment. So on the time of statement or the payment, whatever they are getting first, again for the payment keep in mind whether it is more than 1000 or less than 1000. Less than 1000 option is there, more than 1000 no option. Whichever is earlier will be considered as time of supply for goods. Based on this, kindly take down this question number 7 and let me know the answer. Question number 7 and let me know the answer. Ritika, again you will say your video was on. At least see other students are also seeing whether your video is on or off. Yes, you both are right. The answer is 31st July and 5th September. Thank you for your right answers. Yes, if you have done it, can we proceed for the next concept? Yes, whichever is earlier. Again, the cases are differently taken, separately taken, and for the continuous supply, whichever is early. Okay. Section 12, subsection 3. No, we don't have that much time. Yes, we can take. 12.3 goes like this. Date of receipt, as you know here, the recipient will liable to pay the tax. So we'll take date of receipt of the goods or date of payment or date immediately after 30 days. Okay, of the delivery. Whichever is earliest. Among these three, whichever is earliest. Once again, date of receipt, date of payment, and 31st day of the delivery. Whichever is earlier will be considered as time of supply as per section 12 subsection 3. Here we goes. So Mr. A is registered person, received the goods from Mr. B, unregistered person. So of course then the Mr. A will be liable to pay tax. Recipient. So it is covered under section 12 subsection 3. B issued the invoice on 1st July. Find the time of supply of the following independent cases. So after this 30 days. So 31st July. 31st July and Mr. A received the goods on 15th July. But the payment is not made. Okay. So we will assume the payment is in September. So 31st July, 15th July or September, whichever is earliest. Whichever is earliest. Similarly, 31st July, 3rd August or 4th August, whichever is earliest. 31st July, 8th July and payment also 8th July, whichever is earliest. 31st July, 10th July and 9th July, whichever is earliest. So earlier of the following, I believe here 31st and 15th. 15th will be the time of supply. 31st, 8th and 4th. 31st will be the time of supply. 31st, 8 and 8. 8 will be the time of supply. 31st, 10 or 9. 9th will be the time of supply. Let us see the answer. Yes, here it is. Whatever just now I stated is the right answer. Kindly take down. And once you'll finish, just let me know. Kind